Meet the Sluban Snow Phantom Sniper Mech. It looks amazing and it features not just a long-range mode, but equipment for a closer encounter. It also has a secret third configuration that I will show you later in the video. It didn't come in a box as I bought it from a local app, but it was shipped from overseas. It arrived in a plastic bag with not a lot of protection, but thankfully the bricks were fine and more importantly, complete. Let's unbag the set and get building. I will talk about the build experience, the quality of the bricks and design, and the overall value of the set. All this and more on today's BrickScore review. The build experience was, like the Sluban Cyber Wukong from last week, was fun. It was truly a joy to put together as the bricks and the build held together adequately. And like Wukong, this set also came with a crocodile part separator. Now I have two of them. It's like a sub-collection inside my part separator collection. Sluban always gives us a lot of small leftover pieces, but I feel like it's starting to be a bit much. The set came with a sticker sheet with 40 plus stickers. This is the spent sheet and it looks like I missed number 32 and 33. I'm not sure where those go, but I'm not going to bother with them anymore. And here is the fully built set in Snow Sniper mode. Let's take a look at the unique things that make the Snow Sniper different from the other form. Then after that, we will take a look at the secondary weapons and a closer look at the rest of this mech. First off, I love the blue and white color scheme. It is very on theme of being a sniper hiding out in the snow. To help accomplish this job, the mech comes with a real cloth cover-up held together with bar pieces used as pins with studs locking them in place. It feels very synthetic and cheap, but the camo print is all that matters. It was a little tricky to put on because there were some extra holes and you aren't supposed to use those. The instructions weren't very clear, but somehow I figured it out. Actually, I am not sure I did it right. It sort of slips off quite easily, though it could just be that the material is slippery. It comes in two parts. The first is this chest covering, and the second is this front to back almost scarf looking piece. On the back is a printed logo with a sword, a book, and a laurel wreath. The text says Sapientia et Gladium, which means wisdom and sword. But he doesn't have a sword, just 3 guns. Boo! I know it's not similar, but at first glance, it reminded me of the Celestial Being logo from Gundam 00. And you know what? I would be surprised if Gundam Dynamite wasn't at least a small inspiration for this mech. It even has the shield here on the top left, but we will take a closer look at that later. For now, check out this sniper rifle. It's a little on the larger side, but it looks incredible. The darker blue and gray pieces give this weapon a more serious look, while the shiny silver pieces here complete the entire aesthetic. And this looks like a custom molded muzzle piece in blue and it's perfect. The stickers on the side are decently color matched and that's all you could ask for in an alt set of stickers. The handle is a bar piece for the main hand holding it and a support bar piece is here for stability. And also for stability, the rifle features 2 legs that fold downwards. It would be better if it also spread outwards like real tripod stabilizer legs, but this is fine. If the long-range mission fails or if the mech is discovered, the Blue Phantom discards the long rifle and sheds the disguise. Now it's time to bring out the double SMGs in what I call the guns blazing mode. Close combat won't be a problem for this mech. And without the camouflage, we can finally see the details clearly. The head is an amazing custom molded piece painted in multiple colors. The facial pattern with gray and blue reminds me a lot of the Pokemon Lucario. I love the gold and red accents on this head. This is Sluban at its best. Paying attention to all the small details while providing value, which we will talk about later. The chest and torso area is fantastic and it's almost a shame to cover it all up with the camo cloth. The middle section looks a little thin here because the top half of the chest is attached only with a small ball joint to the rest of the body, but it has support here on the front in the form of 2 pneumatic looking bars. The mech won't be able to turn left and right from the torso like other sets, which makes this configuration a weird choice. The mech overall has minimal mech skirting, just these fixed pieces here. The legs feature opening armor panels here near the knees, maybe additional vents to prevent overheating, maybe weapon storage. Looks cool though, just don't think about it too much. The right knee works fine, but the left knee suffers from the same locking problem as Wukong, which is annoying to say the least. Some floating blocks here, perhaps for ammunition? The shins and feet feature dark blue pieces with gold sticker accents that I was not able to center. I love how they used mech fingers here to represent robot piping. You don't have to scribe panel lines, genius idea! Actually, the feet and almost everything on this mech are dense with detail. The shoulders use a double ball joint configuration to accommodate the shoulder pauldrons. Now it doesn't have full-blown pauldronitis like other Sluban sets, but they are still a little too easy to accidentally disassemble. On the left is this floating armor piece, and I imagine that these fly off to block incoming fire. On the other side are shoulder-mounted machine guns, which brings our weapon count to 3 sets of known weapons. The rifle, the SMGs, and this. There is actually a 4th weapon and a final power-up here, but more on that later. The arms are a little on the skinny side. The poor T-pieces have a hard time lifting up the sniper rifle, but have no problems with these smaller weapons. The double SMGs are safely holstered on both his legs. I feel like the pipes here are longer than necessary, but you can probably replace them with shorter bar pieces to make it look nicer. And before we take a look at the final power-up, let me show you these 2 additional mech skirting pieces on the back. You can probably mock this and change them into even more weapons. Maybe a couple of daggers? That would be cool. Okay, so I promised one more mode. What would happen if the long-range mission failed and the mech was cornered and outnumbered? The double SMGs can only get him so far. The answer, of course, is to retreat. But how? Presenting Turn Tail mode. You just flip this convenient panel here and it shows you the axle to attach this. The Snow Phantom Jetpack. Patent pending.
That's actually patent pending.
This silver drum could represent a machine gun or even a laser pulse-based weapon to turn the tide of battle. The fins here look cool, but they are a little fiddly and easily fall off. The tiny thrusters in the middle could use an upgrade if you have the parts. Let's attach it to the back of the Snow Phantom. It's a bit small, but it'll do. Accessibility. It was an easy build. I used trays to organize my parts, but the build was spaced well enough that just pouring the pieces on your table is probably enough organization. Not a lot of questionable techniques, and even the shoulder pauldrons were friendly this time. I like the included crock part separator. Accessibility score of 5 out of 5 stars. Quality. This has got to be the most fun Sluban set that I have built. I'm not saying the others weren't fun, but the playability here is just really high. The build design was also excellent and stable, no complaints from me. You can tell that the designer really cared for this one with the molded and painted head, the plethora of weapons and accessories, and even the cloth pieces. In fact, I don't know in what configuration I will display this in. The sniper form is boss, but I feel like you are hiding a lot of the details if you display it that way. I might leave this in the dual wielding configuration for now. Quality score of 5 out of 5 stars. Value. I got this set using a local shopping app for roughly $20 US. The good news is you can get this for an insane $10.70 on barweir.com. I don't know how long till they raise their prices, but if you want this set, I don't suggest waiting around. Value score of 5 out of 5 stars. And wow, Sluban is on a roll! Which set do you want me to review next? Comment down below, and if you want your name to appear here on the end credits, please join our channel memberships. Links in the description. Thank you.